What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I'm here with you guys with part three of my Carter 6 discussion. Since our last stream, two tracks was dropped to add an addition to the Carter 6 album. The first one being a Nicki Minaj feature on the Band from NO song. Shockingly enough to me, well, I'll just say this. Uh, the Nicki Minaj adding this feature to the song gave this song a huge boost. It instantly became like almost a hit. I believe it ended up being number 1 on Apple. The Barb's really showed up for Lil Wayne in this album and in support of Nicki. One of the things to me that really stood out the most to me is the content creator's reaction to the Band from NO remix with Nicki Minaj. Wayne has this same verse for the track, and with the way the content creators reacted to the song, that same Lil Wayne verse, all of a sudden they liked the Wayne's verse, and of course, everybody said Nicki killed it because she did, but Nicki Minaj also had ignited the Rock Nation beef she has with Jay Z and Desiree Perez. But without further ado, I'm going to play the song here for you guys, for those who haven't heard it yet. Let's see here. Such high energy though, this for this album. Put a New Orleans sample to the band from the NO. I'm gonna get straight to Nicki Minaj. We went through this already. Hold on. Fast forward, motherfucker. I mean, I'm keep it a buck, everybody. Nicki Minaj is my GOAT female MC, and she's in my top 10 rappers of all time. So, no Nicki slander over here. Killing it. But yeah, we're going to get into breaking down Nicki Minaj's Roc Nation beef after I play her verse. Ellie shot though. In five with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have much to talk about with the Queen Bee. But I definitely didn't know that the bar was that strong out here in the world. But that's Nicki throwing a shot at Jay Z. At the end of that verse, she says for the NFL to fire a couple of niggas and then call us. But for a lot of people, they don't really know where this beef started with Nicki Minaj. Also, this with Rock Nation and Desiree Perez. So With these notes, I've got a timeline of Nicki Minaj and her beef or her stripe against Jay Z. So basically, Nicki Minaj had a history of calling Jay Z a clout chaser for big headlines and being a opportunist, especially when it comes to political or racial stands in the media, as well as Nicki has also went after Desiree Perez. Uh, so, in comparison to this, Nicki Minaj basically said made statements as well as Gilly the Kid on how Jay Z would use the Rock Nation brunches to gather up celebrities, so the spectators of these Rock Nation brunches would assume that Jay Z has connections to all of their fan bases, where he would reap the benefits of endorsements and investors just being the key person. Basically, clout chasing is what Nicki Minaj is accusing Jay Z of doing. One moment, we just had one of my guys just hopped in the stream. My boy SSJ, what's going on, sir? SSJ,
What's up?
what's
What's
going on, man? I'm
up?
just getting into this Rock Nation and Nicki Minaj beef. But yeah, I'm about to continue on, guys. So Nicki also insinuates that Jay Z has a pattern of eliminating potential competitors. Lil Wayne's Super Bowl snub being the latest example. Other artists, other than Nicki, have made statements about Jay Z eliminate snubbing other artists and that Jay Z kind of has empowered. Those artists being 50 Cent, DMX, LL Cool J, and Damon Dash as examples of people that have stripes or that have a dislike towards Jay Z. To simplify it, 50 Cent's mentioned how Jay Z tried to snub 50 Cent out of the Super Bowl. DMX had said that Jay Z had, when Jay Z was running Def Jam, had snubbed his album from being released. LL Cool J was trying to promote his last album under Def Jam, in which Jay Z snubbed him out of that opportunity of receiving the funding. So this is basically looking like a pattern, and Nicki Minaj has had enough, as well as Birdman and Cash Money being the greatest label. Um, it's a pattern. SSJ, is there any like examples or a time period that you could remember of Jay Z kind of snubbing other artists in the industry that could come to mind? Because I mean, I got a
Um,
couple more, but I was just seeing if you had.
Not that you haven't already mentioned that I can think of that comes to mind, no.
I'd also.
But you know what? You had mentioned Birdman
Mhm.
earlier. Are Birdman and Little Wayne still cool, or they still got beef?
I believe they're cool. They've solved their differences because I mean Birdman had dropped the bag on the guy on the man Little Wayne. Um, so um, so the big misconception between Little Wayne and Jay Z was is Jay Z had bailed Little Wayne out during the time of his audit with Cash Money to retrieve his money back from his royalties back from his albums from Birdman.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that, and that's why Birdman. I know that's why Birdman and Little Wayne got into it for a while too, and he was also preventing like his late like this was back when the Carter 5 was supposed to come out. He was like preventing the Carter 5 from coming
Yes.
out.
Yeah. So during that audit, Little Wayne pretty much was in limbo of releasing music during that audit. Uh, to bring this all in perspective of with Nicki Minaj and Jay Z, at this time frame, going back into the past, Lil Wayne's going through his lawsuit with Birdman. Nicki Minaj signs a ownership agreement with Jay Z's Tidal, and Nicki Minaj is suing Tidal, and I'm not for sure whether or not it's Jay Z as well, but Jay Z ends up selling his Tidal shares away, the company itself, his ownership away, and Nicki Minaj is suing because she had never received any money from Jay Z and Rock Nation as well, Desiree Perez. So so we have this incident that happens with Nicki, Lil Wayne, Jay Z, and Rock Nation. Lil Wayne as well was stuck in limbo for almost 10 years before the Carter Five had dropped. I'm mentioning this to make it relative that Lil Wayne's influence was kind of doused, like his buzz, his momentum was slowed down. His influence on hip hop was slowed down, just vocally, musically, putting out product. So like in a way, this entire this Jay Z, well, this Birdman beef, and with Jay Z and Rock Nation had kind of ruined a moment in Lil Wayne's buzz. Um, SSJ, do you remember that time frame? What it was like, or if you got a chance to hear much music, or the state of Lil Wayne during the Carter Five, when he was trying to release the Carter Five?
Oh yeah, like when Birdman, like I know Birdman had something to do with like stopping the release of the Carter Five from coming out
Yeah.
on time. That's the most I know about it. It was supposed to come out much earlier, much sooner after the Carter Four did. It wasn't supposed to come out 6, 7, 8 years after. It was supposed to come out much sooner, and it had something to do with Birdman behind the scenes and Lil Wayne trying to leave Cash Money altogether and just only be a part of Young Money and do his own thing. And I know he had taken some people with him that were signed a part of both Young Money, Cash Money, like Bow Wow, Nicki Minaj, and Drake.
Mm,
He took them with him as well.
okay. Yes. And so one of the exclusives, Wayne being a part of Title as well, one of the exclusives that Little Wayne had was a Free Wheezy album that dropped on Title exclusively. So on the
Yeah.
record, when he released that album, let me see if I
I know she was also mad about Jay Z not giving proper compensation during that
yes,
whole title
yes,
dispute when it was
that's when the
sold.
beef started between Nicki Minaj and Jay Z. You're right. She sold it for almost $300 million, and Nicki Minaj, having an ownership agreement, has not received any equity or any compensation for being part of her ownership agreement with Tidal. Yes, you're correct. Lil Wayne had also dropped the Free Wheezy album. That, let me see where my numbers are on that Free Wheezy album. So, well, the Free Wheezy album for some reason has no sales history, no streaming sales history, but it debuted in its first day with 10 million streams, but it doesn't have a sales history.
Was it a
It was an
mixtape?
album that released exclusively on Tidal.
Mm.
So basically, what I say that to mention, you know, Wheezy just gave Jay Z a free album that sold that had 10 million, an album that had 10 million views in its first day. It went gold the day it released, and then it went platinum a week later. So he pretty much gave a couple million to Jay.
To Jay, yeah. And that's why I had asked. I was like, was it a mixtape? Because usually they only do that if it's free. Like mixtapes are free. They usually do stuff like that.
So I mean, just paint a picture of these of these
Yeah.
of these events leading to Nicki Minaj making this diss song. Oh, and as well as the "Seeing Grease" song is another diss towards Megan Thee Stallion and Jay Z, which I didn't know. I thought it was just a song.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a diss.
Yeah. So and then Nicki has this Megan Thee Stallion and Seeing Green. Yeah. And
She also criticized Jay-Z and Rock Nation for selecting Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne for the Super Bowl halftime
indeed,
show.
yes, yes, indeed. And then Nicki Minaj had also made a statement towards Meg. Just give me some Megan Thee Stallion context, because Megan Thee Stallion is promoted through Rock Nation as well. So
Hmm.
Nicki Minaj had publicly said that while she was impregnated, Megan Thee Stallion was basically trying to has suggested that Nicki Minaj drink while she's pregnant, and she could always go to the clinic. Megan later disclaimed the statement that Nicki had made publicly. Um, but let me see here. But so I say this to say that this Carter Six album is going to receive backlash from like the big corporate promoter Rock Nation over hip hop. So this is going to have a hard rollout. Um, I'd also like to mention about this Carter Six album, with the criticism that it received. I honestly believe that this album was meant to be debuted for the Super Bowl, and since it did not debut for the Super Bowl, I think it would have been in Wayne's best interest to reshape this album, or switch this track list. SSJ, if the first time we heard these songs, let's I mean, if you look at the track list, if you look at the track list for the Carter Five, you could it looks like a Super Bowl. It looks like a performance playlist. Am I wrong, or do you agree with me? Disagree with me?
Like a set list
Yeah,
almost.
imagine if Wayne for the Super Bowl brought out LL Cool J for the Super Bowl, then brought out Jelly Roll, then brought out Bono, then brought out Two Chains, then, you know what I mean? Then brought out Nicki Minaj,
Yeah, I see what you
and then
mean.
Two Chains. These rock songs, people would have felt differently. I don't know if he would have performed "Peanuts to an Elephant," but maybe who knows if that was a connection for Donald Trump. Maybe maybe he tried to make a Donald Trump Republican song that didn't work out. But other than that song, the rest of these songs, I could see these performing well if they debuted it for the Super Bowl. So, mm,
Me personally, I think he should have just had less songs because I feel like that's why I noticed the drop in quality in the album, to me at least, because the less songs he had, the better quality his songs. And he had 23 songs on the Carter 5 and then 19, now 20 or 21 with this bonus that he's doing now. And we talked about it on Mal's stream previously. I think that he only had about maybe 7 or 8 songs that were really good off of this album, and
mhm.
the rest were fodder. So I think the less songs, the better. Even his mixtapes didn't have that many songs. They would have like an A side and a B side. I just think he was in way over his head with this one with the amount of songs he did.
Okay. I mean, I
Maybe he tried to appeal too much, and I do see the Republican vibes, like you said, with the Peanut songs, Peanut and Elephant song.
I but I also I had a with so much time that's went by since our last stream, since the last stream that I did for this album. I reflected, and honestly, I think that that moment that Wayne couldn't release music, he lost that aura that people were upset. He lost the obsession of his fans with that gap of music that he didn't put out. And I don't think society right now views Little Wayne as cool as he used to be.
Yeah, I can agree with that because I remember back when he had his album Trust Fund
Mhm.
Babies in 2021 with Rich the Kid, which I liked a few songs off of there. People were still not feeling that album or a lot of the songs off of there, and people were making fun of him, saying like, "Look at how dirty his locks
Mhm.
look,
Yeah.
and how he doesn't sound. He sounds sick when he's rapping." I don't know if you've heard people say that about Lil Wayne in
I
certain
have.
songs. Like he doesn't sound right. Yeah,
And
yeah. So I've heard that with
and
some of his recent
with
stuff.
and with that criticism, I look at it as like, you know, this is this is the Wayne that people have always heard. I just think that people just don't, it's, yeah, they just don't look at him as top dog anymore. They don't respect him as an artist. There's other artists that they
Yeah,
gravitate towards, and it happens to all of the greats. I don't know a veteran that hasn't happened to.
yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
But we're going to react to the rest of the Carter Six. Actually, you know what? No. Before I go back into the rest of the Carter Six, I'm gonna play um the other bonus track that released with Future and Little Baby. Have you heard that one yet?
Not yet. I figured we'll probably listen to it on the
Okay,
stream.
that'll work.
So all right.
One moment.
Did you listen
Oh
to it
yeah,
already or no?
most definitely.
Oh, okay. So this will be my first time listening to the this remix.
This is actually a full song, an entirely different song. But one moment. All right. How's the volume? SSJ, can you hear it?
Yeah. Great.
This song right here? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mama, don't
But
worry.
people
I
love
had
Drake
my
though. I mean, people love Future
pistol.
though. I mean, Drake probably would make it sound better, but Future killed it.
Yeah, but I know because you know Drake and Future have worked together
Oh yeah.
before too, and Lil Baby. So I can see this song being crazy good and much better if Drake was in it too, alongside Future and Lil
Now,
Baby.
if this song came out with the original track list for the Carter Six, where would you place this song for the album?
Let me see, like just as far as track
Yeah,
listing go,
yeah,
or
yeah.
like my
Yeah.
personal
Track
favorites
listing,
in the
like
Carter.
where the track listing is as right now. Where would you position this song?
Because this song is
I think
currently
it's at the bottom because
well,
it's the bonus.
it's in the bonus
Hmm.
version, right? It's at the bottom. I'd probably put this song instead of at the bottom. I'd probably switch it off with if play the guitar because that song. What number is this? Two,
Play the
three,
guitar
four.
is 12 on the album.
Yeah, I'd switch it with if I play the guitar. That could be dead last.
All right, so then yeah, you will go from the Loki's theme, which has like that West Coast bop to it. Then, but then that would mean that this song would follow Peanuts to an Elephant. I mean, after this song, they would play Peanuts to an Elephant.
Hey, I
I'm
mean,
just think about it. That means that you will go from this Future song, and then you will hear Peanuts to an Elephant.
then I guess I'd skip
I
over
got you.
that.
See, I'm trying to think. Maybe this I would put. Maybe I would put this song after Rari. That way, you would hear this Mama song. Then you have Maria. Then being by myself.
Maybe after Sharks
Yeah, Sharks wouldn't be bad
with
either.
Jelly Roll and Big
Yeah.
Sean.
I mean, or could do you think it should be before? Could it be before Written History?
Now, Written History is a really good song.
I'm not positioning it based off it like not being.
That
I'm
one,
saying you would hear this song, then you would hear Written History to follow this song. I'm saying that might you know
yeah,
what I mean? That might
I think that would be
yeah.
good.
I think that would hit.
I like that. This right here, Mama Don't Worry, and then Written History. That'd be a dope one and two songs right there, back
Yeah.
to back.
I mean, I honestly believe that if again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I honestly believe that if this song dropped for the Super Bowl, and listen, I'm gonna show the track listing for this album. Like the perception of this album would be completely different if the first time we heard this was at the Super Bowl. Like if he came
Yeah.
out and we heard welcome, like we didn't know any songs. We came out for the Super Bowl. We heard Welcome to the Carter, and then he would Welcome to the Carter, and he wouldn't play the whole song. He'd probably play his first verse from Welcome to the Carter. Then he would bring out LL Cool J and then do his verse for Bells. Then we heard that
Yeah.
live, and then we heard the Big X Plug hip hop.
Which that's probably my favorite song on this
That yeah, and then
album.
I mean that would have people,
Big
yeah, that
X
would have
Plug.
people bopping. He would do Big Plug's hook, his verse. We probably won't hear Jay Jones' verse. He might play the entire song. It could possibly happen, and then he would go into Sharks and then have Jelly Roll at the Super Bowl. Like I mean, honestly, like everybody would have been impressed. Yeah, everybody would have been impressed. And then I had another friend of mine, my buddy Jave, he said that he thinks Wayne should have dropped a mixtape before this album came out. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can see that. Cause I'm trying to think. When was the last time we got a Lil Wayne mixtape?
Was it Dedication 6?
I think it was Dedication 6. That was the last one. And that was back in 2018 or
Yeah.
19.
But I mean, unless I mean it's harder to monetize another person's instrumental and put it out. I mean, or like I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. But I mean, we are accustomed to Wayne dropping a project leading to his album, and it might yeah because it just
And he always takes somebody's instrumental and kills it and makes it so much better. Like the what is it? The Waka Flocka Flame. Oh, let's
yeah
do it. He did that on No Ceilings, and then he did the Two Chains No Lie with Drake on one
yeah
of his dedications. He did the Amen song that Drake and Meek Mill did on one of, I think that was
yeah.
dedication 4. So like he really does a great job with that.
I guess for streaming purposes, it just makes it hard. Yeah, it just makes hard to monetize that. He
It's harder to
yeah yeah it would just
monetize.
make it hard. Also, what do you think? I'm gonna play this track because I haven't played it from the other streams because I'm want to go through this album. I'm gonna play yeah if I play guitar. Think how do you think how well do you think this song would have been for the Super Bowl in this audience?
Some probably would have liked it, and a lot of like people like me probably would have been like, "Nah, this ain't it."
And then what was your thoughts the first time you heard How to Love, or what's your thoughts of How to Love? Period.
What is it? How to let a chick try to steal your heart? How to love? How to love? It was catchy at first, but I was like, man, I hope he doesn't do more songs like this because we kind of accepted Lil Wayne singing when he did I'm Single on, I think it was No Ceilings, and then he brought it
Yeah.
to Deeper and brought it to I'm Not a Human Being. I ain't tripping on nothing. I'm sipping on something. That song was like a hot song. Like everybody liked playing that song, and it was always played on the radio, overplayed. That was kind of the first time we started accepting Lil Wayne doing trying something new with like the singing and trying to move more into R&B. But I was like, all right, well, this was cool. This was a catchy song. Then he did the How to Love on the Carter
Yeah.
4, and I was still in high school. I was like, all right, this is kind of catchy, but I'm hoping he doesn't do no more like this though. Just stick straight to just rapping.
So what? Okay. So
This right here to me is far worse than, like, I'm not feeling the vibe on this, like this being catchy. It's nothing like I'm single or how to love.
So do you think that in this society, okay, my opinion is this society is not really trying to hear Lil Wayne try new things.
Yeah.
I mean, I am. I mean, to me, I don't mind seeing him, the growth of him trying things, him being less predictable. Um, when the first time I heard How to Love, I wasn't crazy about it. I was like, all right, this is his seller. When I heard How to Love, and I think well, I don't. So Wayne, with Wayne's fan base, I think a lot of people also forget that there are people out here who the first time they heard Wayne was Lollipop, or the first time they heard Wayne was How to Love, because they don't listen to hip hop. And when
Yeah.
Wayne makes these pop records, he's able to reach more people. Not to mention, well, also to mention that these songs have replay value in places other than the car. These songs that you mentioned, that you possibly that you don't like, these songs can be synced for movies, video games. These can be
I can
synced
see
for
it.
commercials. And
Hmm.
because society forgets that Wayne is a pop star, and when these young well, a lot of these young people and even the older people, they didn't accept him being a pop star. They have to realize this he's a superstar. You like he's yeah.
Hold up now. That title belongs to Usher.
but but
Cause
this,
I'll be a
but like
superstar.
these is high mountains this man has climbed and has been successful in. And I mean, we as spectators of Lil Wayne's art, we can't forget that all out of all the songs we really like of Lil Wayne's, it was Lollipop that got him to this phenomenon. It wasn't a hip hop song.
Yeah.
And when Carter One, when Carter One dropped, it was perceived by its peers very well, but it wasn't a number. It wasn't number one in the country. When
Yeah,
Carter
that's
Two
true.
came out, it was
Now when he
not
had
number
the
one in
Carter
the
too,
country. Carter Three, that was when Wayne first experimented into pop music. And I just I'm being long winded about this, just to remind people, especially the people that are listening to this, in realizing that Wayne is a rap artist. He's probably the okay. He's the first rap artist to give you these pop songs with the acknowledgement of having bars. Like when Will Smith went over to commercial, people didn't perceive him as a bar artist or as like a lyricist. So these, I mean, Wayne's got a lot of high expectations, and maybe
I'd say Lollipop put him on, but he had a lot more hits that really proved his worth, especially when the Carter 3 came
yes,
out. And I know that when the Carter 3, around the time that came out, Jay-Z had an album that was out around the time. I forget which album, but he ended up beating Jay-Z. It was between the
it
Carter
was American
3
Gangster,
and American Gangster,
which is which is
and
which
he
is
ended
one
up
of Jay
beating
Z's
him.
best albums.
Yeah, but he had a Millie, which I know people went crazy over. He had Mr. Carter, 3P, Got Money with T Pain. Him and T Pain were on fire back then too.
I think people also forget that Wayne doesn't just do hip hop features. He's got Kid Rock features. He's got rock features.
J Rock, I think, was on one of
Yeah, I mean,
them.
yeah, I mean, he has songs with J Rock. He's got songs with other with pop artists, and
Britney Spears, I think they did a
yeah,
collab. What was that song? It was Scream and Shout with Will
yes,
I Am.
yes, and I mean, when it comes to accolades and to be parent right now, the top artists create pop songs.
Him and Chris
Because okay,
Brown.
like if you look at the top charts, you got Billie Eilish, you got Bad Bunny, Drake, what Billie Eilish, uh, yeah, they're pop artists, and I mean to reach that plateau, I think I think Wayne aimed for some pop records, and that's what he delivered. He had some rap on there as well, but you know his
His rap stuff was better than his
yeah,
pop
I mean
stuff
it's
though.
honestly it always has been, but he made his attempt. Normally other rappers would put a pop artist on the hook. So SSJ, do you think at this moment in Wayne's career and based off of how this Carter 6 was perceived, should Wayne start having pop artists featured on his album instead of him singing?
If he wants to go that route, then yeah, I'd say so. Wasn't Miley Cyrus and somebody else rumored to had been on this
Now,
album? But now that we see the full album, they're not
what
here.
if this was supposed to be Miley on the hook
It's possible.
or Billie Eilish, one of them two, and they elected not to sing the hook or deliver their song, so he released this.
It's possible because that's happened in the past before. Like if you remember "Good Kid, Mad City" with Kendrick
Hmm.
Lamar, the song "Please Don't Kill My Vibe." I'm not gonna cuss, but "Please Don't Kill
Yeah,
My Vibe." The original version had Lady
I
Gaga
didn't know
on
that.
there, and it was her singing the hook. You can look it up; it's on YouTube. But the album version is just Kendrick Lamar with like that weird alien voice. Please don't kill my vibe. Please don't kill my vibe.
Hold on one second. Let me tame my dog. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah, y'all didn't know SSJ knew about rap music.
Which, but most definitely, yeah, most definitely. But you know, do you think it's over for this album, as far as its numbers and units and listens? Do you think do you or and do you think that there'll possibly be any more bonus songs to go with this album?
It's possible because I've seen Lil Wayne release bonus songs for albums like years later for whatever reason and just make like a whole separate deluxe version of that same album with those songs included on there. So it's possible. But as far as people still listening to the album, I think it's still people are still gonna listen to the album. I know I'll still listen to some of the songs on here. I have a Lil Wayne playlist on Spotify, so I know I had added all 7 of the songs I liked off of the Carter 6 on that playlist. So I'll be giving some Spotify listens to Lil Wayne.
I th- for I would say to keep this album relevant, I if he's going to put a song in rotation, I will put Sharks in rotation.
Sharks in the
Yeah,
Water.
because the even like it was like the non hip hop radio stations that every state has, that song will go.
Honestly, I could see hip hop being like a party song, like a hot party song for the summer or something like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I guess those two. Hip hop I think is the most streamed song on the album.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would say those two. But so w- which song would you go with first between those two? Because those are probably the most favorite songs on this album would probably be Sharks and Hip Hop.
Well, Sharks is okay, but it's not my
Well, no,
favorite though.
not your
I did like it on.
favorite,
It's
but
on my
public
like though.
perception and wrote. And if if this song was on rotation on every radio station, that probably has the biggest reach.
Definitely hip
You
hop
will go with hip
for
hop
sure.
first. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. And then yeah, then I would probably follow it up with Sharks. And then for a music video, what would you go with?
definitely hip hop
With hip hop? Okay.
because yeah, I think that would be an easy music video to do.
Okay, I'm trying to see here. What would I go for? Man, that's a tough one. Honestly, I might go with Mama Don't Worry if I were to do a music video.
As like a song for a music video.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Welcome to the Carter might be a good one to do too. Like that song
mm,
right there. The verses he spits in Welcome to the Carter brought me back to like the Carter 2, the Carter
yeah,
3 Little Wayne.
almost like the kind of like the mob kind of feel. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. All right, we're gonna move on to the next track.
Oh, I got a quick
Yes,
question
sir.
for you. So what was your first Little Wayne song that you ever listened to?
So I personally had the Block is Hot album. Yeah,
Okay.
I had the physical CD. My favorite track on the Block is Hot album was Lights Out. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that was yeah. I was already I was
That's a
oh yeah, for
throwback.
sure, bro. I've been here. I'm one of the. I've been here for a minute. I'm going to skip past the Peanuts to an Elephant song because I just honestly believe that that song's been covered enough, and we already know the perception that people have of Peanuts to an Elephant. But you know what I'm gonna do
Yeah.
instead? I'm going to have y'all hear the reproduce Peanuts to an Elephant
Okay.
instead. That's what I'm gonna do.
My first Little Wayne song was Hustler's Music,
Hustlers music.
but my
Mm,
first album like that I begged my mom to get me was the Carter 3 because I was in middle school around that time.
trying to make sure I got the right one. 'Cause I mean, yeah, since I've listened to it, there's been so many people that let me do that. Let me get this start out. Find it. Making sure this is it.
You're just finding the remix version.
It's yeah. I mean, I didn't know there's so many people have remixed Peanuts to an Elephant. This is absolutely ridiculous. I had one that was cold as hell, but I mean, I guess the other ones were decent. But I'm just gonna move past Peanuts to an Elephant, bro, and just all right. So I'll move into Rari.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can.
But yeah, I think that was a that Peanuts to
First
an
up,
Elephant was
let's
like
talk
a
about
plan
AI
or
color
something.
themes.
But
You can get
I don't
any
know.
combos.
Here we go.
Louisiana, yeah.
Honestly, I am not against.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
I
this
am
one.
not against.
This is his daughter,
No,
right?
that's. I think this is
Oh, I thought this was his daughter.
this is the song that he has with Lauren London. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
But I don't mind him putting his sons on this album. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not my favorite song, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Not to mention, I would also like to add, it would have been cool if he brought his sons out for the Super Bowl and little homie was on the stage with his dad.
On the stage with his dad. Yeah, that would have been dope.
Yeah, it is. I can see why Nicki was really adamant about going at Jay Z for this. And yeah, yeah, like what's do you okay? So I do want to ask you, have you kind of been paying attention to the news as far as like Jay Z and Meg The Stallion and Tory Lanez?
I just know about like there's a beef going on between like I know Nicki Minaj has something with Megan Thee Stallion, and I know Tory Lanez had something to, like something going on with Megan Thee Stallion as
Mm.
well. Like I know all of them got issues with each other practically.
Well, so it's it's rumored that Rock Nation, Desiree Perez, Jay Z are doing their best to protect Megan Thee Stallion because she's their she is their like leading female performer, or really one of their leading artists. At this point, Megan Thee Stallion would probably be the premier female
Oh
artist.
yeah, she got him thrown in jail
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And then like it's even like allegations of Rock Nation being a part of Tory Lanez's incident that he had, the stabbing incident that he had. It's not been proven truthful, but there's a lot of negativity that's been surrounding Jay Z right now, and I say that to say Nicki had enough.
Yeah, she did.
Nicki has had enough. And I really hope that if she was not given the her royalties for the sale of title, I hope that she wins her lawsuit. I hope the rights get right. And I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. Nicki is my GOAT female MC. Who's your GOAT female MC, bro?
I'd probably have to say Nicki
Nice, 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 nice.
because she can freestyle pretty well, and Pink Friday
I
was good. I
I
like
keep it a
Pink
buck.
Friday.
Is the only female artist album I listen to like all the way through. Like I don't have no problem listening to Nicki.
Yeah, she's got good tracks off of there.
We're gonna move on from Rari and go to Maria. I think was it you that told me that you didn't like Maria?
Problem solved. Fiverr's got talented freelancers for
Yeah, I
anything
didn't
we
care for
need.
this one
You're
either.
not the only one, but that is crazy to me. I thought this track was like really good, but I guess I don't know. I know chat man. Let me know what you guys think of this Maria song. I thought it was
You got a lot of folks
all
watching
right.
too. I thought
Oh wow, well right on.
make sure to like
Yeah,
the
be sure to like the
stream.
stream. I gladly would appreciate it. Yeah, I thought this is one of my favorite songs on the album.
I got my 7, and that is it.
This is so Lil Wayne to me. I know people are. I'm not surprised. I wanted. This is something I wanted Lil Wayne to do. Oh, wow. I do want to mention to everybody, there's no profanity on this track. Concept album definitely has substance. All right.
Yeah, he does have a substance to it.
Like Wes Wayne did not talk about something. Now he talked about Blue Eyes.
And Jay Leno just jammed it over there.
Oh, motherfucker, they never put on the album.
I think he's got better songs. It's not bad, but he's got better.
Well, I mean, not everybody will like it. That was Maria. The next track is Being Myself. Now, I have not heard anybody say anything bad about being on the track Being Myself.
I think that was one of the songs I have on one of my likes songs for Lil Wayne. Let me see, because it's on my
That's the
notes.
Mini Fresh joint.
Yeah, with main fret. Yeah, I like
And
this one.
okay, so if if a person if a fan says I would like a Manny Fresh beat, what kind of beat would you think would you expect to hear? What kind of song would you hear? Would you want to hear Manny Fresh make for Lil Wayne?
Like based on a song that he's done in the
Yeah. I
past.
guess based off of like like from the Carter one, like if somebody was in demand of wanting to hear a Manny Fresh song, like yeah.
Maybe something like "This Is the Carter" from the first Carter,
Okay.
or something like "Go DJ," like that kind
Something
of
hype.
vibe.
Probably you would say something more hype
Yeah,
from Manny Fresh. Okay,
yeah.
I got you. Much respect. All right, well, here we go. Being myself.
AI writes my copy in seconds, but resizing a video still takes 3 tools and a mild breakdown. Introducing
Wah!
I'm more than willing to bet that a lot of people that reviewed this album didn't even get this far.
Probably not. So I've seen those streamers just give up and just criticize the album second per second.
Yeah, I've only seen streamers just do peanuts to an elephant. I've yet to see them like go through this album.
Yeah, I've heard them do just Peanuts and Elephant, and then quit.
This gives me Carter One vibe.
Yeah, and I know you probably recognize the sample,
Well, let them know.
Wistful.
He's talking with substance.
Mm. Supposed to be a cover of Diane Warwick's 1973. I'm just being myself.
Yeah, that's. I don't think people got this far because if y'all said y'all want to hear some of the Starter one,
You gotta like music. I like me personally. I love music. You gotta like music to be invested into this type of thing. He's got a lot of samples in this album.
yes,
All of myself.
if I had my choice, this would be the leading single.
The lead song. Yeah, I have no argument against that.
Especially with
Yeah, as a
especially
vibe.
how the internet and the world have perceived the album. They say that it's bad. If he leaves with this single, like, look, I'm just being myself.
Yeah. You don't hear these bars?
And you know,
Holding the blues, but you did it stuff. What? I mean, daddy, don't make me get my belt. I
better than me eating
know you
myself.
be thinking that sometimes. I'm your daddy, don't make me get my belt.
They are so disrespectful to Wayne, bro. Like he snapped on this song.
You stepped on this. What you mean?
Nobody has covered this song, bro. They only cover like one or two songs off this album. Nobody got this far, bro.
The song by myself, I teach myself. This is
And
classic
then
Wayne.
look, they said the whole album was produced terrible. They didn't just say those particular songs. They said this whole album was produced
This
bad.
is
Like
good
they said it
production.
was bad production. Like maybe Fresh is bad production.
This is good production. They must have something
Bro,
wrong with their ears
I
or
will be
something.
on the island by myself. And you know what? Give me Prince, give me Wayne, give me Andre 3000, give me all the weirdos. I'm good. I don't have
They said he's doing it big like baby and Andre 3000 whereas Eric could not do that. Do that.
and give me some Nicki too. I'm on my island.
You sure you don't want Cardi B?
Nah, dog, I can't do Cardi B, bro.
This is how I make my portraits pop using Adobe Photoshop.
That was a good song right there.
I did, yeah, I definitely.
I don't know if you revealed your favorite songs on that album, but I have a list that I can reveal later on whenever you want to do that.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me see how many songs I did because we just so far did one, two, three, four, five. No, this will be five. We will do. No, we did more than five songs. You know what we'll do? We'll stop with the album from here, and then we can do the list now because I'm gonna do a part four. So
Okay.
we'll probably do another stream either next week or this week. But yeah, go ahead with your list, bro.
So this is not in any particular order. These are just my favorite songs on the album that I've added to my like songs playlist on Spotify. So Being Myself that we just listened to with Manny Fresh, Written History, Loki's Theme, Flex
Mm,
Up, Cotton Candy with Two
mm.
Chains, Welcome to the Carter, and then Hip Hop with Big the Plug and Jay Jones.
Yeah, those is bangers. Those are definitely bangers. Man, man. And these are your favorite songs from the album?
Yeah. Like as soon as I get in the car and have to run an errand, like these songs get played.
I got you.
They for sure get played.
I Man, look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm such a Wayne head. It just depends on how I feel. I've been listening to this album for about a week almost now. So I done played the hell out of Welcome to the Carter. I would say,
Oh, you like
I mean,
Welcome to the
I
Carter
played the
too?
hell out of it. So like, I haven't in the past 2 days. I haven't played it. But okay, favorite songs. Welcome to the Carter. I'm not that big of a fan of Bells, but it just yeah, I'm just not the big fan of Bells. I hear it some. I listen to it sometimes, but I don't listen to it all the time. I would go Welcome to the Carter, hip hop, Sharks. I'll listen to Band from the NO remix. I think the second half of the original Band from the NO to me, Wayne sounds a little winded. So I think that should be a feature song. So if I subbed out the original Band from the NO and put in Nicki at 6, I'm cool with that. Um,
Okay.
I I don't really listen to the days, but if I get hyped on Rivals, I listen to it sometimes. But Cotton Candy for sure. I like Flex Up a lot.
Okay.
Oh, my go-to in the car, as corny as I am, I jam out to Island Holiday, bro.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie, like it just be.
I never heard no one else listen to that. They're saying that's their favorite.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's not my favorite on the album, but it's one of the go-tos. Um,
Okay.
Probably in the last 2 days, I've been bumping the Loki's theme.
Yeah,
It gets
that's
me
a good
hype. It
one.
gets me hype. I rarely play if I play guitar, but I'm not gonna say that
Yeah, I don't
I
touch
don't always
that.
skip. But like, I'm at the point to now that I just go to my favorites right now. So I wouldn't say playing my guitar is my favorite, but I'm not gonna say it's whack. I Penis to an Elephant. I'll do it if I hear somebody bumping Kendrick or somebody else. I'll play that just to like troll people. Or like if I hear somebody talk crazy about Donald Trump, bro, I put on Penis to an Elephant. But other than that, I do not play Rari at all.
Yeah, I don't play
I
it
play
either. But if it comes on, I'll listen to it depending on how I feel.
I listen to Maria a lot. Be by myself a lot. Moolah coming in. If I'm on a highway peeling off at about like 80 or 90, I get it. I would do that a little bit. Um,
Okay.
when I'm driving home at night, I bump the hell out of Alone in the Studio with My Gun. That's probably one of the few in Machine Gun Kelly songs I like.
See, I wasn't really feeling that song right there. That was one of the songs where I was just like, okay, we're getting too many
Oh yeah,
features.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was really
And I like Machine Gun Kelly, but I think he kind of lost his way when he tried going pop because he went pop like after 2018 or something like that, or whenever he started dating Megan Fox, he started just doing pop and rock songs, and I'm just like, you were better doing rap, man.
I'm I'll say this. I prefer not to listen to Machine Gun Kelly in my car, but I really like him performing the way he performs. Like I went to a Kelly show. He goes hard, bro. I highly recommend anybody listening to hip hop go to Machine Gun Kelly concert, and he's got his lace up crew. He's got real diehard fans out there, bro. That like in roadies and all that, bro. He got real fans, bro.
Yeah, he do.
But people may not be aware of. I mean, y'all can make fun of Machine Gun Kelly all y'all want, bro. He's got a loyal fan base behind him. And you know what? And
No,
then
when I
the
was in high school, Machine Gun Kelly was huge back then. Like everybody
mm,
loved Machine Gun, well, especially the white girls, but
yep.
everybody liked Machine Gun Kelly. Like his main song was that Wild Boy song. Coming,
Hmm.
Steve. Oh, I'm a
Yep.
wild boy. I'm a wild boy. with Waka Flocka fame.
Yeah,
I think the
but I
remix had 2 Chains in it.
I did like Kodak's lines on Alone in the Studio with My Drink.
I don't know. I still think Drake should have been on this album. Like
We
that's what really
yeah
would have made this album much, much better if Drake was on it.
yeah I agree. Do you okay? So it is rumored that the Seeing Green track is a sneak diss to Rock Nation. I think I'm gonna play it to see if we can
What were
point
some of
out
your favorite verses that Wayne did off of
on this
this
album.
album? Yeah,
Hold on one second. Then if that's the case.
This is how I make my portraits pop.
Man, you talking about like bars or just like me liking the entire verse?
like any bars that he's done in any of his verses.
Flex up. I like how flex up. He just went off like real fast and sporadic. Pause. Uh, but energy wise, I like written history, bro. I feel like if I need to be motivated to do anything, or like the moments that I feel like I've achieved something through hard work, I'm definitely going with written history. How
Okay,
about yourself?
some of the verses I liked, like when he said, Carter 6 go 6 6 6, demon time go tick tick tick, barrel to your
Hey.
temple and the pimple go zit 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 from hip hop. And
Mhm.
of course, I've said it on the previous stream from Welcome to the Carter when he goes, young moolah, baby, lay you down, Wheezy after effort stand for food time, baby.
Baby. Yeah.
What you do not phase me. You not amazing. I made $1 million man from $2, baby.
Killed it, man. Like,
Sit your ass down like $5 ass, like who dollar, baby. Like he was popping off on that one. He really did. That was like Carter 2, Carter 3 win.
I mean, I think what gets me is when he finds a way to put a cool ass bar on a song that doesn't need it. Like the way he snuck in some double entendres and cotton candy. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
He make you think when you just trying to chill. So and then, you know what I mean, it's not too complicated, but it still make you think. That's what I like. That I like that wittiness. It's like it's got a little bit of swag to it. The way he
Who
goes
do you
about his
think
stuff.
was the best featured artist on this album?
Ooh, man. Um, was that with the bonus or without the bonus?
We can include the bonus.
Man, it's a battle between Jay Jones and Big Sean to me.
Yeah, Jay Jones off of hip hop and then Big Sean off of Sharks.
Yeah, yeah, them two went really hard. And I mean, I gotta listen to it a couple of times. I mean, Nicki's verse was crazy, but
Yeah, she was.
the controversy that comes, I'm giving it a second to see if the controversy and if it's just like if it's like adrenaline I got for how much disrespect Wayne got for this album. So
It could just very well be because I know she was mad at that for a while.
yeah,
The
yeah,
whole Rock Nation, Jay Z, and Super Bowl, she was good and hot about that for a good while. So she's probably had a lot of energy from that.
I think it'd be really cool if okay. Do you remember when the Millie dropped and a bunch of artists freaking they had their version of a Millie?
You remember, yeah, like Corey Guns.
Yeah, Corey Guns, Neo had a Millie, Jay Z had a Millie,
I
Lil
remember
Mama had
Jay
a Millie.
Z's.
So based off of how the original band from the I think it was band from the USA that band from the NO had sampled from. I think it'd be really dope if more artists made the band from the NO a super remix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, those who view it, if at least give me a like, or if, you know what I mean, or a comment if y'all don't mind. If like if y'all think whether or not um other artists should make a super remix of the band of the NO. I think it'd be a really dope idea.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Or would it be dope if Playboy Cardi hopped on a song with Wayne's son, Moolah coming in? Because I mean that's basic. I mean his son is definitely influenced by Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, you can see it.
So if Playboy Cardi hopped on that joint, it probably would change the energy. Yeah. I'm not that crazy about Playboy Cardi, but I do respect that a lot of other people do like Playboy
I was
Cardi.
about to say, what's your favorite Playboy Cardi song?
I don't have one. I don't listen to him.
I know he be doing weird verses like that one song he did with Drake. He was like, I just pulled up to get messed up. And I remember when I used to sleep on the floor. I was
So
like, what are you talking about, bro?
it's a different sound. People like it. Now I will say Playboy Cardi's got high energy beats, but Playboy
He do.
Cardi when his instrumentals play live, man, the crowd goes crazy. I don't even, you
They
know what I
do
mean?
sound, the bass does go crazy live.
Yeah,
He's new school, so
yeah, yeah, I think yeah we'll probably hold on. I'm just gonna see what happens. Is it banned in the USA? Banned. It was banned from TV remix. Let me see what that original was. All right, so this is Noise banned from the TV, which I believe Wayne said this is one of his favorite songs ever. And you guys should recognize this hook, I mean this song, this instrumental from No Ceilings. But this is a big
The
freaking
speed and
deal.
efficiency of the Fiverr freelancers has really been game changing for us. It's helped take us from telling the story about
Right. Technically at the beginning of this album, he was paying homage to New York, bro.
yeah.
Man, Big Pun used to go hard, bro.
This is hard. Yeah, Big Pun. Rest in peace.
That's like how he flips his words, bro.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
They just spitting, bro. They just going hard, bro. It's just like, dude, put your verse up. Boy, killer, man.
He said, "Put your verse up." About to do a remix over this.
Yeah, I don't mind. That man, shit. If I'm not mistaken, I think he brought out Cameron when he went to Madison Square Garden too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm wrong.
Y'all already know who Kiss did.
Jada.
Hey man, the industry messed up. Y'all supposed to hop on a remix with Wayne with Tune. All y'all, all Wayne's homies, y'all supposed to hop on a remix of this.
Yeah, they were on the card. Well, Jada was on the card before. You should have
I'm,
been
I'm
with.
talking about they need to rehash this for the Artist 6 album, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Oh, this was Nori when Nori the goon and shooter. Y'all used to drink Camp Nori. Does that sound familiar of what Wayne was doing in his song? He's paying
Yeah.
homage for Nori, his homie,
Hang
bro.
on.
Dang. Y'all so disrespectful on the internet. Y'all little kids don't know nothing.
Mm.
Crazy out here, man. Disrespecting the hell out of Wayne, man. Right on SSJ, man. If y'all don't mind, man, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Next week I'll probably do a part 4. Hopefully we get some more news. We'll end up finishing up the album. I appreciate you guys. SSJ, you got any content you about to come out with anytime soon or anything you want to conclude before I end this stream?
I'm working on a couple of things. Probably get around to finishing that Daredevil Born Again like review that I've been still trying to work on, but I've been like busy trying to get that edited. And then probably just gaming videos that I have to upload to the gaming channel.
Okay. And when does Ironheart drop?
I believe that's the 26th.
Oh, that's plenty of time. Okay. Okay.
And I think that's 3 episodes for the first release. Like that first day it comes out, 3 episodes they're releasing all at once.
Okay. And then for you guys just now tuning in with us, I at the beginning of this live, I kind of got in more detail, kind of broke down how Nicki Minaj and Rock Nation and Jay-Z got into their beef. But without further ado, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in with us. There'll be plenty of more content, more Wayne content, of course. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that like button as well. Hit us up in the comment box. Let us know your opinions on some of the topics that we covered tonight. SSJ, you ready to sign off?
I am ready to sign off. Thanks for
All right,
having
no
me.
problem. Appreciate you coming, man. See you, and
All right, peace.